Good evening, all. Zek here. And in light of the recent drama surrounding Mortal Kombat 1, I thought I would make a throwback video to NetherRealm's most timeless classic, the glorious Mortal Kombat 9. And I'll do a ladder run with my boy Quan Chi here, on hardest difficulty, of course. Select the alternate costume, gotta keep the swag. This is my first attempt at an ASMR video, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the gameplay isn't too loud. I'll mostly do some soft speaking, and then maybe I'll do some controller sounds. Not too intrusive, though, of course. Just to calm the senses and ease the troubled mind. Now, Mortal Kombat 9 was a very special game for many people, but especially for me, it was my first fighter. And it always will have a special place in my heart. And of course, I do love Quan very much. I remember after beating the story mode for the first time and discovering him, initially I thought it would be a Shiva main. You know, my boy Quan, he has the Wu-Lei, as they say. There he is, in this first match. Well, I don't know. I don't like Freddy. This is, by the way, not the vanilla game. This is the Trilogy Edition patch by Future Time 23, which you can find with a Google search. Some frame rate drops. That's a bit odd. Okay, back to it. Yes. So that there is the signature Quan Chi rune trap, and 212 EX rune, which in the vanilla version of the game did 45% for 3 bars, which is an instant kill, unavoidable, on-block death trap. Surprisingly not that overpowered compared to the other things in Mortal Kombat 9. And he was actually quite low in the tier list, not having too many tournament successes, with only a few adherents. I can't think of very many other than Shijinki Dink and Under the Mayo right now. But still, the Trilogy Edition patch is incredible. It takes MK9 and it fixes all of the broken nonsense and makes the game much more fair. So you'll see I don't intend to be doing the rune trap a lot today because it doesn't really do anything. It's maybe 6% for each cycle of it, which is not very much. So, make the controller sounds a little bit louder there for potential additional tingles. And perhaps if I run out of things to say, I may read a little bit of lore from this very convoluted and perpetually restarted storyline. Every couple of years or releases, it seems the universe resets. So, at least they'll keep things interesting. Although, judging by the practices we've seen in Mortal Kombat 1, maybe we don't want to see what else NetherRealm is planning right now. Oh yes, I love this fatality. It's a classic. It's a reference to one of his earliest fatalities when Quan was first introduced. And the leg rip. Pretty tasty. Raiden. So here we go. I should probably not use Sky Drop so aggressively. Well, that was a pretty good pickup. Yeah, so one of the most important TE changes to Quan Chi was giving him the ability to use Skeletal Boost during trance. Now this is quite useful. It's definitely less powerful than the rune trap, but the mod also went and gave him some extra tools by modifying his frame data, so that was nice of them too. It does a pretty good job of bringing every character in the game closer to the midline. Even Cabal is more reasonable in this patch, although of course still capable of a lot of his nomad dash pressure. It's not as free. Nowhere near as free. I love that skull crack right there. A little zoning more there. Oh, he teleports. Surprising that the AI didn't punish me for that. Yeah, the 112 trance does not connect to the corner. Crap, I hate it when that happens. 112 trance does not connect in the corner, and the back 2-1, back 2-1, back 1-1 combo is pretty difficult to execute. This is pretty good consistency right here. Little echoes of the rune trap. You know. Can't remember the back 4, down, down 4. What the fuck is it? I'll have to check next game. That is second fatality. It's the one with the sword, which I guess harkens back to the 3D era. But he doesn't use it in any of his strings in this game. Now, when I do my video for Mortal Kombat X, you'll see that Quan Chi does in fact use his sword quite a bit more in that game. Oh, what a drop. Good thing not much is expected of me. I would say I'm probably about average with this. Oh my god, what a waste of meter. 2-1. Ugh. Ooh. Hit him out of that animation. I don't know what he tried to do there. I think it was a EX grenade toss, but it is definitely interruptible, and it definitely does not have a... Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Do trance first, then get the health boost. Yeah, it heals you quite a bit too. I think it's almost 10% health if the whole thing runs. Maybe a little bit less, maybe like 8 or something. Still a good tool though. Nice, nice. Now I'm up almost 3 sticks of butter into the second round. We like that. Oi, 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 oi. He's a strange character. The volleyball serve is iconic though. It's the back 2-1. I'm surprised at the number of people who enjoy fighting games casually, but who just don't want to play more of them. Maybe it's because of the way that the pros treat the casual community. You say you like fighting games publicly on Twitter or something, you get chewed out if you're not executing the combos perfectly and all that. There's not a lot of sympathy, which I understand. I love this. Alright, let's no. Okay. I can't remember it. Oh, right. I don't think I'm gonna go for any babalities today. There's the chair, everybody's favorite. Let's try to focus a little bit more on making controller noises. Hopefully it won't screw up my inputs. Hit the thumbsticks while I'm mid-combo. Back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, do I get it? Oh, yes. Trance. Down back 4. This is sneaky. Oh, terrible drop. Yeah, standing 2 does not have good air-to-air or anti-air properties. Rather, oh, 6 frame down 1, 6 frame down 1, oh, down 2. That's probably the best down 2 in the game. If you're wondering what I'm saying, by the way, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are universal, basically universal fighting game language to describe different buttons. 1 being the light punch, X on Xbox, square on PlayStation. 2 being the heavy punch, which is Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. 3 being the light kick, A on Xbox, X on PlayStation, and 4 being heavy kick, which is B on Xbox or circle on PlayStation. Yeah. So this language lets people communicate about different combos and strings across platforms. And it also makes the life of commentators easier in the pro scene. It's really hard for me to play with my controller close to the mic. It's the angle that I have here. I'm like a gremlin. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Some of that good zoning. Yeah. We'll do the same thing to Shao Kahn, okay? Left foot, left foot. Okay, there we go. There's the sword. Oh, on his knees, eh? And a little bit ahead. Now I wonder... Oh, sorry about that. I wonder... read maybe his character bio for Mortal Kombat 9. Give some more soft speaking. I'll read directly from his page. Yes, Mortal Kombat 2011. That's the name of the game. Powerful sorcerer of the Netherrealm, Quan Chi. Let's get more personal then, yes. The Netherrealm has produced many vile beings, but none rival the arch-sorcerer Quan Chi. In lieu of Netherrealm demons, he prefers to resurrect deceased warriors for use in his sinister plans. Foremost among them is the tortured Shirai Ryu ninja, Scorpion, who is Quan Chi's personal assassin. Quan Chi is building an army of such specters, the purpose of which has yet to be revealed. Another mystery is the sorcerer's involvement in the Mortal Kombat tournament. The Netherrealm has no stake in its outcome, which leads some observers to question his presence.
Quan Chi wins.
I am not a fan of the way that the AI handles Kano. The instant Kano ball is quite difficult to deal with.
Round 1.
Hmm.
Fight.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep. Oh, yes. Great. That's a good start. Damage boost 2-1, up 3, rune. Yeah, so that's one of the changes from TE, is that 2-1, up 3 can be special cancelled, I believe. And that move is kind of nice. It hits overhead, so you can test someone's block knowledge by doing 2-1, up 3 rune. And I guess you could also EX it if you want to make it unblockable, but as I described earlier, it only deals 3% now instead of the original 10% that EX rune hit in the vanilla game. Still, it's a small trade-off for the, oh, I love this string. Skull in the stomach string. So nice. What you say? Jay, I'm over here. Fight. Let's raise this up. Yep. Yep. Oh, fuck. Great. Yikes. Oh, Skydrop works. Yeah, there's a lot of memes about Skydrop, especially in Mortal Kombat X. In MKX, it's one of the worst moves in the game. A terrible defensive option with extremely unsafe. Oh, EX Skull. Yeah, I didn't actually mean to EX that, but that's okay. Yeah, in here. Yeah, there it is. Don't do that in the corner. I said it earlier, but I still instinctively do it. You know, the muscle memory is so ingrained. 1-1-2 trance. Not a good thing. You don't like it at all. Nope. Back 3, 1+2. Skeletal boost myself. Yeah. It's interesting that the buff disappears on block, but I guess it makes sense, because otherwise you would have to open them up to interrupt the health regen, and that may be overpowered. There's a little bit of rune trapping. Oh, confused AI, eh? Let's see. Oh. Fuck her. What a stage fatality, this guy, I think. Nah. Nah, not worth it. Come to think of it, didn't I already have this stage? Didn't I just have this stage? Or was it the Forge? I can't remember. Ah. Rip. Well, I wonder actually if there's any news about a Quan Chi MK1. MK1 is story mode. But you couldn't play as him. Oh, there's a trailer out. How nice. Yeah, his new look is pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to support WB. There's a lot of controversy with Mortal Kombat 1 right now, especially with the dirty monetization, only 23 characters in the base roster, all the bugs. People are rightfully angry. Molina, she's something else. Yeah, she's something else in this game. She was Sonic Fox, who's largely regarded as the best NRS player. He played a lot of her in MK9, and she was mid-tier to bottom tier, and yet still he made her work. I guess that goes to show his skill and ability. Even at the time, I think he was 14 or 15, and he was still trouncing pros. But he also played Sonya, and she was really busted. Like, she had an infinite, I think, for like the first few patches of this game, where she could just do forward four repeatedly and keep human endless doom stun, which is not very fun. Although admittedly, NRS was pretty good at patching this game, and the DLC lineup was pretty good too. It is a shame it was Freddy Krueger. Like, I don't think that a guest would have, having no guest may have been better in this game. They've saved Freddy for MKX, although maybe they didn't know that they were going to do 4 guests for MKX. I guess this game is from the era before we had games as a platform, which is, I guess, maybe one of the things that MK1 is suffering from now, the idea of it being a platform for them to sell outrageously expensive DLC. And I think Omni-Man, who was the recent DLC for Mortal Kombat 1, he has a voice pack for an announcer voice that's more expensive than the actual character, which is just very funny. And that is, of course, as you would expect, masked behind microtransaction currency. All right, let's give her the stage fatality. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ooh. Let's press some buttons to that celebration.
Quan Chi wins.
Poor thing. Ended up like Dairu did in the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Alright, let's keep this at 1 or maybe 2 rounds lost. I have a hard time with Shang. As a boss, I mean. Although, I suppose the TE patch did give him quite a few tools and improved his damage quite a bit.
You will serve me in the Netherrealm.
Ominous portent.
Round 1.
Oh, great. Here we fucking go. I'll record some keyboard sounds in post, and I'll put them here. Oh, great. Love this matchup. I love this. Comeback is still possible. Unlike the other bosses, he has the same amount of health as every other character in the game, unless you're 2 players. So I guess I could... Oh no. Let's pretend like that didn't happen, shall we? How terrible. Incredible. I hate the WebP image format. It's very annoying. Just getting the thumbnail for the video. It's going to be a Quan Chi meme. A live react Quan Chi. I think it's a pretty good representation of the of my boy. Kintaro. One of my favorite posts I've ever seen on a Mortal Kombat Reddit was about Kintaro, and it was just some dude saying Kintaro has a nice ass. I'm doing that sheepish :3 face. Very funny. And I mean, he ain't wrong. Don't know how good that'll sound. I guess this is all about me testing the power of my microphone and my recording setup. So, at least we'll learn something. And hyper armor. So bosses have this inherent property in this game where they have extra health. So Kintaro and Goro both have an extra 30% health, but what they also have, which is very annoying, is armor on every move, even on normals. However, to compensate for this, I suppose they're slow and predictable. So if you just kind of dance around them, you can avoid all their attacks and do some serious punishment, even if your damage is reduced. Their X-rays are deadly, though. Both Goro and Kintaro have, I think it's 52% damage X-rays, and since they don't spend their bar on anything else, since they don't have enhanced specials, and they also don't do breakers, they're pretty fucked once that meter builds, because the hits are also unblockable, but it's not as ridiculous as Shao Kahn, whose X-ray does a total of 65%, and is also unblockable, but much easier to evade than the other two, since you can just crossover jump punch him, or just jump over him in general, or you can teleport. Yeah. Goro menacingly sitting in the background there. Oh, back two. Oh, we hit those. We hit those. Let's get extra spicy. This is before super moves were super long, complex, and convoluted. I'm sure if you've seen any MK1 gameplay or even MK11, this trend really started, I think, because of Injustice, adding those cinematics to the the super moves. But in MK9, most X-rays were only 2 hits with a little in and out animation. And they weren't super useful, although some characters had really notable ones. Like Kano and Jax both had unblockables. So that was powerful. Alright, for all the marbles then. Oh, fuck's sake. Hammer's done. I love that. But I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. I've lost to him too many times. Shao Kahn does have a bio from Mortal Kombat 9. Film here in post. Although you normally can't access him, of course, because he's not playable. Normally unplayable. Emperor Shao Kahn's lust for power is matched only by his ruthlessness. Millennia ago, he overthrew Onaga as ruler of Outworld and has conquered many other realms since. Eventually, he turned his attention to Earthrealm. The Mortal Kombat tournament prevents him from taking the realm by force, but if Shao Kahn's champions win 10 consecutive tournaments, Earthrealm will be forfeit to him. As long as his champions, Shang Tsung and Prince Goro, do not fail him, he will be victorious. And as I'm sure you guessed it, Shang Tsung and Goro both fail Shao Kahn. As does his zoning fail him in this matchup, although his hammer is a 14% unblockable, which is bullshit, by the way. But if you bob and weave, you can get around it. I'm gonna let Quan Chi's ending play so you can appreciate it.
brought about Shao Kahn's demise. Quan Chi was then tasked with growing the ranks of the Brotherhood of Shadow. Many warriors had perished in Outworld's invasion of Earthrealm. Quan Chi stole their souls and remade them to serve his master, the fallen Elder God. The task completed, Shinnok repaid Quan Chi's service by ordering his execution, thereby eliminating a possible challenger to his rule. Quan Chi had anticipated this act of treachery, however, and resurrected Shao Kahn, the ultimate phantom warrior. With Shao Kahn as his enforcer, Quan Chi struck down the Brotherhood of Shadow and Shinnok. Quan Chi forgives betrayal from no one, not